Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to online PTSP classes, and we have been discussing the first unit, that is second part of the first unit. We have been discussing, that is random variables, and using this random variables we are going to determine the probability distribution, that is P of x. Last class I have explained what is the random variable, what is the probability distribution function. Based on the last class, that is previous video lecture, we are going to solve some of the problems in this class. And to complete the first unit, we require one more class in which we are going to study continuous random variable. So there are three types of random variables. One is discrete random variable. The last class I have given the definition. It is a random variable at which the finite values, whereas continuous random variable, that means within the given range, at any point we can have a value for the random variable. So that is continuous. And the next one is a mixed random variable. Sometimes it is going to be a constant value, fixed value, and sometimes it may be a variable, so that it is mixed random variable. Random variable is denoted with capital X, and the probability distribution function of the random variable is denoted with P of x, that is probability of x. That is nothing but probability distribution of random variable x. Now we are going to solve the problems based on the random variable topic. So I am going to read the problem so that everybody has to listen carefully. If you understood the problem, then only you can able to solve the problem. Two dice thrown. Dice is nothing but it is a cube which can have the 6 faces, we know. Each face is assigned with a dot. If it is a first phase, that is going to have the 1 dot. Second phase, 2 dots, like that. That is having the 6 phases, so that the last phase will have the 6 dots on that dice. That 2 dice are thrown. Let x assigned to each point, that is a comma b, in the maximum sum of its numbers. That means what? If you thrown 2 at a time, there is a possibility of having first one. So that sum is what? 1 plus 1 is 2. The probability of 2 we need to calculate. That means what? Whenever we throw the 2 dice at a time, there is a possibility of having the 1 on first dice, another 1 on another dice. So that sum of these 1 is 2. So that probability of 2, P of 2 will be 1 comma 1 only. We will get another probability of getting sum of 2, P of 2? No, because if you wanted to get the sum of 2, that is one die has to have the 0, another die has to have 2. 0 plus 2, that is 2. But die cannot have that 0. It can have the 6 phases, each phase assigned with 1 dot. Now, that is what? Let x assigned to each point a comma b in the sum maximum of its numbers. X is equals to a comma b is equals to maximum of a comma b. Find the probability distribution function. Probability distribution function is nothing but it is a table between x and P of x. X is nothing but it is a random variable. P of x is nothing but probability of x. Find the probability distribution function. X is a random variable with x of s is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the thing we need to solve now. So I am going through the question again. I'll have to listen carefully. 2 dice thrown. Let x assign to, x is nothing but a random variable. Let x assign to each point a comma b. In the S maximum, in the S, the maximum of its numbers, that is x of ab is equals to maximum. Find the probability distribution. X is a random variable with x of s is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then question, I am going with the question. Question number 1. 2 dice thrown. 2 dice thrown. We should find the sum of the dots, whatever the faces we got in the 2 dice, and such that we need to find out the probability of that maximum sum when you thrown the 2 dice at a time, and then by using that one we need to calculate the probability distribution. And here x is a random variable, which is nothing but a comma b and at maximum. That means what? We requires to calculate probability of a plus b. That is, if it is x is equals to 1, 1, that will be probability of 1 plus 1, that is 2. And for example, here I am getting the one in one die, that is 1, and in another die, that is getting 2. So 1 plus 2, that will be 3. So that we need to get the probability of getting 3. Total sum of 3 we must go. And here x is defined as, that is x of s. That means what? The total sample space of the random variable, that may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the condition. This is the information which is given in the question. 2 dice are thrown. Let x assign to each point a comma b in the S maximum of its numbers. X of ab is equals to maximum ab. Find the probability distribution. X is a random variable. X of s is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First of all, we must know what is the possible outcomes of this when we throw the 2 dice at a time. What is the possible outcomes when we throw the 2 dice at a time? And so that is nothing but sample space. Go with the sample space now. Go with the sample space. Sample space is nothing but total possible outcomes if you throw a die if you throw 2 dice at a time. So that that may be possibility of 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5 and 1, 6. Next one, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5 and 2, 6. Then next one is what? 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. The next, if we throw the same again, that may be, this is 4 and this is 1, 4, 1, this is 4, 2, this is 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 and 4, 6. Next one, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5 and 5, 6. Next one, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. Now we need to find out x is equals to 1. That means what? The probability of 1. The sum has to be 1. Next one, the probability of 2. That means what? Sum has to be 2. We need to identify the number which is going to have the sum is 2. 1 plus 1, this is 2. Rather than this one, we cannot find any one set that is going to have the Sum of 2. Then you have to go with P of 3. That means what? Sum must be 3. That means what? 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 plus 1 is also 3. We cannot get another. That is what? Next one is probability of getting the sum is 4. That means what? 3 1, 1 3 and 2 2. Probability of 5. That means what? 2 3. That is 1 4, 2 3, 3 2, 4 1 and 4 1. That's it. Likewise, P of 6 also we need to calculate. But the total sample space is how much? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 into 6. This is equals to 36 we got. The total number of exhaustive cases are what? How many number of exhaustive cases we got? Exhaustive cases, possible cases, exhaustive cases will be 36. Now we got. Then I am going with the probability of getting the sum, probability of getting the A comma B, probability of getting the A comma B which is equals to 1. Identify a interval which is giving the sum of 1 1, sum of 1. There is no, so that which is having sum of 1 is nothing. That means what? Here no interval is giving the sum of 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. It is starting the sum from 2 onwards. So that probability of next one, probability of next one is A comma B, probability of A comma B which sum is equals to 2. Probability of A comma B which sum is equals to 2. That means what? Here I can have only 1. So that here we are having only one possible favorable outcome. So that probability from the definition is what? Favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes of an event by the exhaustive cases. Exhaustive cases. Favorable outcomes are what? Only one. That is, this is 1 1. So that 1 by, and the exhaustive cases are 36. Here we got the 36. Next, probability of getting A comma B, probability of getting A comma B and which is equals to sum is equals to 3. We require to identify a set whose sum is 3, That means what? This is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3 and 1 plus 2 is also 3 and rather than 1 2 2 1 we cannot get the any interval which gives the sum is equals to 3. So that how many possible how many favorable cases are there? 2 cases, 1 and 2. So that the answer for this one is 2 by 36. Then probability of next one, probability until we have to get probability of getting the sum is equals to 6, we have to do this one. Probability of A comma B whose sum is equals to 4. Identify then whose sum is equals to 4. This is now 1 and 3. First one, 1 plus 3 is 4. Next one is about 2 plus 2 is also 4. Then 3 plus 1 is also 4. How many? 1, 2, 3. We got the 3 favorable cases out of 36 exhaustive cases. And next one you can go with the next condition, you can go with probability of A comma B at probability of A comma B whose sum is equals to 5 is equals to, whose sum is equals to 5. Then you can go with the another example, you can go with the another combination of this sets. This is intervals. This is 1 comma 4, that is 1 plus 4 is 5. And here 1 plus 4 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, then 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 1 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 possible cases, that is 4 favorable cases are there, 4 by 36. Then probability of A comma B whose sum is equals to AB, whose sum is equals to 6, so that we can have directly here this is 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4, next one will be 5 only. 5 by 36 we got. 5 by 36 you can verify now. By to get the sum of 6, what is the intervals? 1 comma 5, that may be 2 comma 4, 3 comma 3, then 4 comma 2, and 5 comma 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is, we are having the random variable x is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and probability of x is equals to, we got the 0 like that, we can go with the same values now. We are going with the same value, that is probability of x is probability of getting the 1, probability of getting the 1 is probability of getting 1 is about 0, so that you can go with the probability distribution function now. Probability distribution function, this probability distribution function, we are going with the probability distribution function, and likewise you can go with probability of, you are getting the sum is equals to 6, right? You got here 6 here, 5 by 6, so that here you can go with the probability distribution function. This is x, this is p of x. Then x is equals to what? X is nothing but the sum has to be 1, this is 0. The sum has to be 2, that is what? 1 by 36. Sum has to be 3, that is 2 by 36. Sum has to be 4, 3 by 36. Sum has to be 5, that is 4 by 36, and this will be, and 6, sum is 6 means 5 by 36. So this is the probability distribution function. This is one method. And sometimes the question may be asked that the probability of getting the sum is the maximum number, it should not exceed that one. Then that problem we are going to solve the next case. Then I am going with this is one problem, that means what? This is the probability, this is the random variable from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for getting the sum is equals to 1, total sum is equals to 1 means there is no possibility of getting the sum of 1, so that it is 0. This is 1 by 6. Getting the sum of 3, that is 2 by 36. This is like this, you can go with this one. By using the same data, we are going to solve the one more problem, that is probability of getting the maximum, probability of getting the maximum number. It should not exceed that one, that maximum number. Then I am going to have the problem. This is about a plus b. This is about a plus b must be equals to that probability of given number. Now what we are doing, we are going with probability of a comma b, probability of a comma b, in which we will identify the maximum number. In A and B we will identify the maximum number, and such that we will verify we will verify one particular combination of event interval. We will verify one interval, and such that that interval should not have the number which is more than the maximum one. Example, I go with example. Probability of 2 I am going. Probability of 2 I am going means I should identify the interval which should not have the number more than 2. That means what? 1 1, 1 2, then 1 3, that is what? It is more than 2. Next one is what? 2 1 and 2 2. 4 combinations are there, probability of getting the 2. Here I am going with the combination, so that I am explaining the second case, that is probability of a comma b, where that probability of a comma b, in which we are seeing the maximum number, such that that interval should not have the number more than that maximum. Here I am going with probability of 1. That means what? I should identify the interval such that it requires to have all the numbers in that intervals must be less than or is equals to 1 only, less than or is equals to 1, so that this is only 1 1. We are getting only 1 1. That means what? These two numbers are same to the 1, or it is less than to the 1. So that how many combinations we got? 1 out of 36. Then probability of 2, that means what? We are going with the we are going to have the intervals in which two numbers must be less than or is equals to 2. Interval in which two numbers are less than or is equals to 2. So that what will be the combination? 1 1 1 2. Next 2 1 and 2 2. If I write 3 1, 3 is greater than 2, so that I am not writing. That means what? We have been identifying the interval. We have been identifying the interval which should not have the number which is greater than to the given probability. That is random variable. That is probability of getting the random variable is 3. That is a maximum 3 only. It should get the number in the any interval that is maximum 3 only. So that it is 1 1 1 2 1 3. Next one 2 1 2 2 and 2 3. And next one 3 1 and 3 2. And 3 3 also. 3 1 and 3 3. So that no number in this probability of getting the random variable is 3. If you see the intervals, no interval is having the number which is greater than 3. So that how many we got here? 4 we got. 4 by 36. And this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 36. Then probability of getting here 1 3 3 1 2 3 and 3 2 3. And next one probability of getting the 4. That means what? Probability of getting more 4 means what? Now you can go with the all the intervals. Each number requires to have the less than 4 only, less than or is equals to 4, such that you can get the, and how many values you can get, like that you have to write the probability distribution function, which is nothing but x to p of x. X is what? It is a random variable. Then p of x is nothing but it is the probability distribution, so that from that you can easily calculate that given probability distribution. Then we are going to solve the one more problem based on this, the same concept. That is, 2 dice are thrown, x assigned to each point if the sum of the variable on the faces, find the mean and variance of the random variable. This is very, very important question. Question is what? Question is 2 dice thrown, then we need to calculate the sum. If 1 1 1 1, that will be what? Probability of 1 plus 1 is 2. Probability of 1 plus 2, that is 1 plus 2, this may be 1 or this may be 2, that is probability of 3. And probability of 4, this is 2 and this is 2. Probability of 5, this is 2 and this is 3. Probability of 6, then this is 3 and this is 3. Probability of 7, this is 4, this is 3. Probability of 8, this is 4, this is 4. Probability of 9, this is 4, this is 5. Probability of 10, this is 5, this is 5. Probability of 11, this is 6, this is 5. Probability of 12, this is 6, this is 6. Maximum we can get probability of 12 only, sum, because this is maximum with 6, this is also maximum with 6. 6 plus 6, that is a maximum of 12 only. We should get the probability of 2 whose sum is 2. Probability of 3 whose sum is 3. Likewise, if you calculate this one, the probability of getting the sum is, go with the sample space S is equals to, sample space S is equals to, this is 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 there is no 1 7. The maximum is about 6 only. Then 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5 and 2 6. 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. Then 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6. 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6. 6 1, then 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. Total how many possible outcomes are there? These are 36 possible outcomes are there. First one is we require to identify an interval whose sum is equals to 2, only 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that 1 by 36, this is 3 means what? This is 1 2 is 3, then 2 1 is 3, then we are getting only 1 2, that is 1 3, 1 2 and 2 1, getting the probability of 2, it is nothing but we are going to have the probability of 2 only. 3 we need to get 2 plus 1 is 3 and 2 plus 1 is 1 plus 2 is 3, so that we are having 2 1 2, so that it is 2 by 36. Probability of getting 4, that is what? 1 comma 3 4, 2 comma 2 4 and 3 comma 1 is also 4. That means what? These 3 now. That is 3 by 36. Next one, getting what? Probability of getting 5. This is 1 comma 4, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2, 4 comma 1. All will provide the 5. So that how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 36. Probability of getting 6. That means what? 1 comma 5, 2 comma 6, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 2 and 5 comma 1. That means what? It is 5. 5 by 36. Probability of getting 7. That is what? 1 comma 6, 2 comma 7, 3 comma 7, 4 comma 3, 5 comma 2, 6 comma 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it is 6 comma 36 by 36. Then getting 8 now. Getting 8. That means what? 2 comma 6, 3 comma 5, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 3. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that it is 5 comma 36 and it will be 4 by 36 and it is 3 by 36, it is 2 by 36, it is 1 by 36. Now we require to calculate what? The probability distribution function. Probability distribution function, it is nothing but it is a table between x and that is random variable and probability of that random variable. Then x is 2. Next one is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Then probability of x is equals to, we know, 1 by 36, 2 by 36, 3 by 36, 4 by 36, 5 by 36, 6 by 36 and then 5 by 36, 4 by 36, 3 by 36, 2 by 36 and 1 by 36. Here what we have to calculate? We need to calculate mean and variance. Mean and variance. Mean is denoted with mu. Mean is denoted with mu. Mean is denoted with mu. It is sum of. It is a sum of x into p of x. It is a sum of x is a random variable into p of x. That means what? We require to go with 2 into 36. That means what? 2 by 36 plus 3 into 2 into 36, that is 6 by 36 plus then 4 into 3 into 36, 4 into 3, that is 12 by 36 plus likewise you have to go with this one. So that will give mu. Mu is nothing but mean. Mean formula is nothing but it is a sum of the product of sum of all the products of x into p of x. X is a random variable, p of x is a probability distribution. Then variance is sigma, it is denoted with sigma, and it can be written as, it is a sum of x minus mu. Mu is nothing but what? It is a mean, and we know the x value. X is nothing but, it is a random variable. X minus mu into x minus mu whole square into p of x, that is p of x is this one. If you substitute these values, you can get the mean and as well as variance. With this the random variables, that is a finite random variable topic is completed. We need one more class to complete the first unit, that is about the continuous random variables. In tomorrow's class, I am going to explain the continuous random variables definition, and we are going to solve some problems in that one. Thank you, students.